Hey guys, welcome back to your girl's YouTube channel. Welcome to our new subscribers. Sending you some love and some hugs and some kisses. Please feel very welcome to my YouTube family. We appreciate you. Me and my family appreciate you guys, because obviously you guys make it what it is. So without you guys, there's no point. So love you guys. So today we're doing something a little bit different. So a couple of people that know that I'm getting married, white wedding. So I'm already traditionally married, but yeah, we're having a white wedding next year. A couple of you have been saying, why don't you do like a wedding series or do wedding vlogs? So we're gonna start with a little bit of we're gonna start with something. Yeah, we're gonna start with something. So yeah, just wedding series part 1, and let's see how it goes. So yeah, you guys, so basically I got engaged last December on my birthday. Yeah, he did good, you guys. He did real good. But yeah, I might post some pictures of our engagement. But yeah, so our wedding is next year, so it's been crazy. But to be honest, I am blessed because I love event planning. I love planning events, same thing. I love organizing. I'm an organized person, so it just came naturally to me. Like, some people have to actually go out and get a event planner, wedding planner. I'm my own wedding planner. Do you know what I'm saying? I got the time, you guys. It so happened that I'm on maternity leave, so I'm just here with Grace. If we're not doing baby stuff and she's having a nap or whatever, or she's chilling, Mummy's doing wedding stuff. We do research and we go out. We're going to wedding fittings, wedding dress fittings. So yeah, it's been amazing and I'm loving every moment of it. Don't get me wrong, it has its moments, like when you and your hubby, yeah, it can cause arguments, it can get a bit sour, it can get a bit deep sometimes, but it's how you cope and how you manage the situation. You always get to a compromise, you know. Sometimes you've just got to talk things through and do pros and cons and communicate, and sometimes that's what's forgotten, because guys, it's not easy, because sometimes you have your own imagination of how you want your wedding to be, and he'll have his own imagination of how he sees his big day being as well. Because do you know what, and that's one thing I don't like, and one thing I'm learning, it's not just a woman's day, you guys. Everyone be like, oh, it's her big day. No, it's both of your big day. Do you know what I mean? You're getting married together, you're not getting married on your own, so it's everybody's big day. So yeah, so that's a big thing to consider when planning. Don't just be like, right, here's the wedding plan to the T. Like, you don't even need to do anything, I've done everything. No, you're supposed to do everything together, because it's your day together as a pair, as a couple. You both should be happy. It shouldn't just be you whipping up a book with plans. And girls, best believe I was that girl. I used to have my wedding plan to the T. I had my guest list, I had my venues, I had my dress ideas, I had the program, how to run the church, I had everything down to a T. And one day, a couple of years ago, I just deleted it. I thought, Tisha, what are you doing? Like, are you getting married to yourself? Are you okay? Like, I deleted, you guys, all my ideas, all my everything. I just thought, you know what? Delete. And I never looked back. I never looked for it. And I'm happy I did, because I feel like that could have been it. That could be, or could have been for me in this case, a big downfall. Me coming with my wedding book and saying, I'm ready to go, baby. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, it's both of your day. Anyway, so yeah, it's been really good. So we officially started planning, maybe let's say in May time, we officially started planning. So first thing that we did was we set a day, and surprisingly it wasn't as hard as I imagined it to be. It was actually quite straightforward. We both said days that we made like our wedding to be. I always wanted a weekday wedding, not only because they're cheaper, but you cut down on numbers naturally, because some people just can't get time at work, and sometimes it just doesn't work because it's just that awkward day in the week. But then we compromised to a Friday wedding, which is still great. It's this weekday, it meets both, because Jay wanted a weekend-ish wedding, so you compromise and you meet halfway, and that works for both of us, so it's great. So that's the first thing we did. We set a day and we spoke to our families, and then we went and told them that we've set a day and this is when we would like to get married. And yeah, and to be honest, I think that's when it felt real, when we're now telling people that, oh my gosh, our wedding date has been set, like we're gonna get married on this day. That's when it all just started to become real. So oh yeah, it's crazy. So basically, after the date was set, we just started talking about ideas, but obviously the main big decision of any wedding is the venue, finding the perfect venue. So first of all, you've got to think, do you want an outdoor wedding, an indoor wedding, a summer, autumn, winter, spring wedding? So our wedding is April, so it might rain, it might not. It's one of those but one thing we did know is we didn't want an outdoor wedding. If I wasn't, do you know what, if I didn't live in the UK, I think I would have loved an outdoor wedding, but because we live in the UK, it's not such a great idea. It's just, anything could happen. You've always got to have a plan B, or maybe have a marquee or a tent or some sort of shelter. That's just long. So we settled for an indoor wedding. Guys, when I tell you venues are expensive, oh my gosh, I remember looking locally, because we live in Essex, and just for a venue alone, it was ridiculous money. Like, it could be like 15,000 just for a venue, and I'm like, 15 who? Guys, weddings, yeah. Anyway, so God is good, because after searching, trying, booking to see venues, started in Essex, went towards Luton, went to North, went back to Essex, started going to London. We ended up in the Kent area, where a venue was recommended by, I think it was my husband's friend or something like that. It was recommended this venue, said this is a really good venue and there's some options, check it out. So we did, you guys, and best believe the day we went to view the wedding, we put down more than a deposit. That's how sure we were. We basically walked in, we imagined how everything would look, and it was perfect. But one thing I knew that we had to have was a ceremony and a reception, and I've never been one to like being in one room for everything. I've just never liked that. I just think, I don't know, I just want people to transition. Like, we've had a ceremony, now we transition into the next part of the wedding. I've always just loved that, not just everybody shuffling things around. And no, I want people to just transition to the next part of the wedding, and it should be in a different environment, different setup. And so we ended up having to hire 2 separate rooms for the ceremony and the reception, and it's got such a lovely open space for pictures. God willing, the weather will be good, because there's that space for people to take pictures and relax while things are happening or waiting for things to happen. So yeah, that's how sure we were. It was really, it ended up being easy, but initially it was a bit overwhelming. But I didn't mind, because I do love to search. I do love looking for deals. I do love looking at different venues, comparing, and finding the best fit for both of us. And guys, then it came to the guest list, because when you're booking for a venue, they're gonna say this room holds a capacity of 400, for example. I'm not having 400 people at my wedding, just so you know. Yeah, so it does, you know, you should really have an idea of how many guests you want at your wedding when you're getting a venue, because that's quite important. Because if you're gonna say, oh, we want 500 people, and the venue that you really love holds 100, it's not gonna work, do you know what I mean? So you should really have an idea of how many guests you want. So we did have an idea. So we had an idea of how many guests we wanted, and so it was so easy when we got to the venue and we just saw our dreams come true in that space, that this is it, this is meant to be, because it fitted our capacity and the number of guests that we wanted and the way we wanted things to be. So it was perfect. It was great. So yeah, so that was finding the venue. To be honest, that's a big part of a wedding, because after that, all you need is your food, your photographer, your deco. Anything else is just something that adds to your big day, whether it's going to be musicians, DJ, all of that. They all make your big day extra special. But the big expenses, I would say, is your venue, your photos, your food, your deco. That's really like your big money. That's gonna take a big chunk. Cars too, actually. Yeah, depending what cars you go for, actually. So yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much how finding a venue went. So it was not as hard as we thought it was gonna be, but it did take a lot of looking, a lot of cancellations, a lot of making time, days off for hubby, that is, to travel and view the venue. So it is very consuming. So my advice for anyone that's planning a wedding is plan it in time. So don't be a last minute girl, or last minute couple, should I say. So ideally, I would say a year planning is less stressful, because what you want to do is you want to enjoy your planning process together, and you don't want to rush into any decisions. You don't want to overspend. And what is a big deal is making a budget, because we did have a budget. Even though we didn't meet, and we still haven't met our budget, we're way over our budget. But we had a budget, and we know that whatever has been added is within reason. Do you know what I mean? You can work it out, because trust me, you want to be finding the good deals, you want to be finding the right things without feeling under pressure, and it would take a toll on your relationship. Let me tell you that now. But sometimes I have moments when I'm like, babe, a registry wouldn't be so bad, and just call it a day. So those days do come, and I'm like, babe, we could just put a deposit on a house. Like, those days will come. But do you know what? Nothing beats celebrating with your family, your friends, and having that memory to last you a lifetime. I'm only planning to get married once, so it only happens once, guys, or should. So yeah, it's got to be memorable, but obviously everyone's budgets are different. So I would always say, do what's best for you. Don't be looking out on social media, seeing how everybody's splashing out, doing big wild weddings, because you know what? After that wedding, you've got bills to pay, you've got rent to pay, you've got a whole marriage to look after. Do you know what I mean? You got a whole marriage ahead of you. This is just one day, and that's what sometimes I feel like a lot of people need to remember. So yeah, we've basically got 4 months left to our wedding, so we're still in the process. There's still things being paid off, but everything is basically ready to go and booked, shall I say. So we're in a good space. Sometimes we've got little decisions we've got to make here and there, but the main big decisions have been made, which is great. So it takes a weight off your shoulders. So yeah, so that's really all I can share at the moment about venues. Now, picking your bridesmaids, guys. I used to think I'm just gonna have 5 bridesmaids and that's it. I've got 10. I've got 10 bridesmaids. Yeah, but I don't mind, because you know why? When I thought about my bridesmaids, I thought, you know what? Every bridesmaid has a story, every bridesmaid. So I wanted people that have not only influenced me in my life positively, but mean a lot to me. Someone who shares special memories with. And that's exactly what I did with my bridesmaids, and all my bridesmaids that are in my lineup. It's exactly that. They mean something, that we've shared a special moment in my life, and we've got memories, and you know, and I know that they would support me, and if something wasn't right, they would bring it up, because you don't just want a hype squad, you want your girls that have got your back. Do you know what I mean? So when it's your day, you know that I've got my squad. Do you know what I mean? So it's a big deal having bridesmaids. I can't lie. You don't just pick people because of how they look, about their swag, how they're gonna look in the dress. It means far much more than that. So yeah, and shout out to my bridesmaids. So yeah, so we can't wait, man. It's gonna be sick. So yeah, so that's really all I can say for bridesmaids. I got a sick squad still. But yeah, other than that, there's not much more at this point that I'm going to share, but I will do a part 2 for my wedding series about finding my dress, my shoes, and anything else. And I'm going to try and vlog my dress fitting, but I may show the dress after the wedding, if that makes sense. And I will try and vlog anytime I'm going to do any wedding-y related kind of travels or anything. I'll try and vlog that as well. But yeah, so welcome to my wedding series. So part 2 to come, and yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and of course share the video with your friend, your auntie, your neighbor, everybody. Let's get to 200 subscribers guys. We're nearly there. Take care. Bye.